right here in your heart is where your deepest dreams are. Experiences that you're meant to have and things that you're supposed to attract in this life. But how exactly do you make your dreams come true? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to manifest your dreams by using a simple 4-step formula that's guaranteed to work. Coming up. Hello, beautiful soul. This is Christina Lopes, the Heart Alchemist, here to help you open your heart, heal your past, and live with purpose. If you're new to my videos, click on that subscribe button and also on the bell so you get notified as soon as I publish new content. Now, in my last video that I shot, I talked about a spiritual practice, one of my top spiritual practices for kind of closing off an old cycle and welcoming a new cycle, and certain things that you had to do to prepare for the new cycle to take hold. But then, comes $1 million question. After you do the spiritual practice like that, and after you watch a video like that, then the $1 million question is, how exactly do I manifest this new cycle in my life? All right, I let go of the old and now I'm welcoming the new, but how do I actually manifest that new cycle? In other words, how do I manifest my dreams? I'm going to answer these questions in this video, and I'm going to help you manifest your dreams. And get this, you're going to learn how to manifest your dreams in a completely opposite way from what you may have been taught. So stick around for that. But before I help you manifest your dreams, and I'm going to do that by sharing a 4-step formula that's really powerful but really simple, but I want to start the video actually by redefining the term dreams, because we have to really look into what dreams are in the first place and then talk about how to manifest them. Okay, so that's part number 1 is going to be the redefinition of dreams, and then part number 2 is going to be the 4-step formula to help you manifest your dreams today. Once you finish watching this video, let me know in the comments below what your top dreams for life are. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, on to part number 1, and that is a redefinition of the term dreams. Okay, so dreams are, we talk about dreams as if they're one thing, but actually there are 2 types of dreams. And it's really important to know which types of dreams we're talking about and which ones you should manifest and which ones you shouldn't. Okay, so here are the 2 types of dreams so you get really clear on them. The first type of dream is called an ego dream, all right? So an ego dream is kind of a vision or a dream that I have for my life, or that I want in my life, something or someone or something that I want in my life, but it's all being kind of developed up here in the mind, in the ego. Ego dreams are what I call lower dreams. And it's also what Eastern traditions talk about when they use the term desires, especially Buddhism, okay? So when you hear Buddhists talk about desires and how desires aren't great and how they can lead you astray, that's essentially what this is. It's an ego dream, okay? And so what the ego dream is, the reason that it's problematic is because the ego dream, it's born of the mind, and within the mind you have a lot of baggage. You've got a lot of wounds. You may have a lot of unhealed pain. So what ends up happening is when you try to manifest ego dreams, it's going to get you into trouble, because the reason you're wanting to manifest these ego dreams is coming from all the baggage in your mind. So I'll give you a quick example so that you can see what an ego dream is. We've all met, or maybe you've done this before. I certainly have. Me wanting to get together with someone, or maybe you are in love with someone and you really want to attract that person into your life, and you just pursue them and pursue them and pursue them, and then boom, they finally manifest into your life. Maybe you even get married. Okay, so maybe your dream does come true and then everything explodes and you're divorced a year later. Okay, or maybe you really want to manifest so much money, so much money. We've all heard of stories of people that manifest millions of dollars. They manifest mansions and Ferraris and all kinds of things, and at the end of the day, no matter what they manifest, no matter how much wealth they have, they still feel really empty inside and they feel really unhappy, okay? When you follow your lower desires or ego dreams, what ends up happening is you suffer from what I call never enoughitis. Okay, so what does this mean? Never enoughitis is basically a condition where no matter how many dreams you fulfill, you still feel empty inside, you still feel incomplete, and you're constantly, you get one dream and then you seek another one, you get something and then you go after something else, okay? So never enoughitis basically means that you are just never content no matter how many dreams of these you materialize, okay? Nothing is ever enough, okay? That's why I call it never enoughitis. Nothing is ever enough, and that's what happens when you chase ego dreams. It's never going to be enough because it's simply not in alignment with your soul, with what your soul wants for you. And as long as you manifest dreams that aren't in alignment with your soul, you're always going to feel empty inside, okay? So that's the first type of dream. It's ego dreams. Surprisingly, a lot of us are out there trying to materialize and manifest ego dreams, okay? And so I wanted to talk about this one first because this is important. You have to start questioning whether your dreams are ego dreams or another type of dream, which is the second one, and it's called soul dreams, all right? So this second type of dream, soul dreams, these are the dreams of the soul. These are the dreams of your higher self. These are the dreams that your soul just has conjured up for this lifetime, and those dreams are going to be found in your heart. That's why I said that in the beginning of the video, okay? So your soul dreams, these are the types of dreams and visions that your soul and your higher self has for you. So another term that I use for this one is higher dreams, okay? And the reason that I call it higher dreams is because these are the dreams that are made manifest by your soul. It's what your soul really wants for this lifetime for you. And so automatically these dreams, they'll lead to joy and fulfillment. They may lead to joy and fulfillment even before you materialize the dream, because you're having so much fun walking towards the manifestation of that dream, that sometimes just the peace and contentment and fulfillment that you feel is enough. Now, the interesting thing about soul dreams is that your mind may not even know what they are in advance. Okay, so soul dreams may take a little bit longer to kind of manifest into your awareness because they may be completely outside of the scope of what the mind wants. The mind may not know what your soul dreams are initially, okay? And I'll give you an example of my own life to show you how this really worked with me. So when I started this YouTube channel, I started doing these videos out of intuition, really. But I started noticing as my spiritual awakening progressed, I began to feel really profound changes in me. I started to channel healing energy in my hands. There was a lot going on at that time when my spiritual awakening started. And I remember that when I started channeling healing energy out of my hands, and I started to receive information that I was a healer. I kept getting that word, you're a healer, you're a healer. But what happened was I didn't know how to manifest my dreams in the right way. And so at that moment in my spiritual awakening, what I ended up doing was I let the mind take over. And so what the mind did, what my ego did, is it grabbed onto the term, you're a healer, and it started to say to me, okay, well, we're going to go forward and we're going to start doing energy healing sessions with people. And that's what it means to be a healer. You're just going to start working one-on-one and doing energy healing sessions with people, and that's your life mission. But I remember as I kept going forward and forward with that, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like that was what I was supposed to be doing. And then when I was doing YouTube videos, I felt great. I felt really excited. But at the same time, my ego would judge. And it would say, stop doing these videos. It's such a waste of time. You have to be doing your healing work. You can't be distracted by your YouTube videos. And I kept having these stories. My ego was trying really hard to push me into something that it had interpreted was right for me. Well, what happened was, as I kept going down the healing journey of doing healing sessions, I didn't like where I was going. I didn't feel good. And so what ended up happening was finally I felt completely lost, and I said to the universe, I'm willing to learn what it means to be a healer for me. What does it mean to be a healer for me? And as soon as I did that, a funny thing happened. my YouTube videos started getting more views and just more and more and more views. And pretty soon I went from a few thousand subscribers to almost 100,000 subscribers in 1 year. Okay? And as soon as I did that, I understood what my soul had been trying to say to me. Yes, I'm a healer, but these YouTube videos that I put out, it's a part of my healing mission and always was, okay? So this is a little story to kind of show you what the mind can do when it's activated and how you feel when your mind pulls you into mind dreams or mind desires, how you feel versus what happens when you go to what your soul desires, okay? So this is the second type. This is the soul dream, and this is the type of dream that you want to be manifesting. Not the first one, all right? Okay, so now that you know the two type of dreams that there are, and you can see clearly that only one of these types of dreams, the soul dreams, those are the only ones that you really want to manifest in life because they're not going to get you into trouble. These are your original, authentic soul dreams. But then the question comes, how do I know the difference between ego dreams and soul dreams? This is a really valid question, an important one. You have to be able to discern whether you are having an ego dream or a soul dream, because one, when you fulfill it, is going to be completely empty, and the other one is going to lead to your life mission and your fulfillment and your joy, okay? And that's where we're going into part number 2, how to manifest your soul dreams. Okay, so I'm going to share a very simple 4-step formula. It's really simple but very powerful. It's going to work, and it's going to help you manifest your soul dreams. Step number 1 is to understand your mission and your gifts. Okay, this is the crucial. That's why it's the first step. This is crucial. You have to start understanding and knowing and learning a lot more about yourself. Okay, not the you that's been conditioned to be a doctor, an engineer, or this or that or the other, or you've been conditioned to make a lot of money because you're supposed to. None of that. You have to drop all conditioning and go within you and begin to understand truly who you are and what your gifts are. Your gifts are really connected to your passions, okay? So what excites you? What are you good at? What are you gifted at? What are you talented at, all right? The more that you know this about yourself, the more you'll understand what your soul dreams are, because your soul, get this, your soul prepares you. Your soul prepares you, body, mind, and spirit, for this lifetime. And it prepares you with a tool set, okay? With a toolbox filled with tools, and those tools are your gifts and your talents. And your soul does this on purpose. It prepares you with all of these gifts so that you could fulfill your mission, so that you're adequately equipped to fulfill your mission. So every day, if you can even start writing down what your talents, what your gifts are, what your interests are, what your passions, because you may have some talents or gifts within you that you don't even know about yet because you haven't let them come to the surface. So follow your bliss is a great mantra for this step, okay? When you don't know specific talents that you may have or gifts that you may have, allow yourself to learn. And you're going to learn what your gifts and talents are by following your passions, by following your bliss one day at a time. The more that you focus on your passions, on your gifts, and on your talents, the more you'll start walking in line with your life mission. And your life mission will always lead to your soul's dreams, okay? So get to know yourself, get to know what your passions are, genuinely what your passions are, and follow through on them, okay? So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a lawyer, but you really love to paint, okay? But let's say you became a lawyer because your family pressured you, and, being a lawyer was the right thing to do, and so you became a lawyer, but then you really love to paint and you love to be an artist. You just never allowed yourself to do that because it wasn't, you don't make any money being an artist. You see? You see how we're templated with so many beliefs that really sometimes deter us from our dreams? So what you're going to do here is you have to be able to drop all of that conditioning, and you have to be able to say to yourself, but I love to paint. Even though I'm a lawyer, I love to paint. And so enroll yourself in a painting class. Start painting at home in your free time. Keep following your bliss. You see, following your passions, because that'll lead to the manifestation of your soul dreams. Step number 2 is ask the universe to reveal your soul dreams. Okay, this is where we're going to depart completely from what people teach when it has to do with the law of attraction, how to fulfill your dreams, how to make things happen. In this step, you're going to basically do the opposite of what everybody in the law of attraction tells you to do. Okay? And so in this step, this second step is crucial in being able to discern what ego dreams are versus soul dreams. Because a lot of people ask me, they're like, okay, it's great to know that there are 2 types of dreams, ego dreams and soul dreams, but I have no idea if the dreams that I have in my head right now, if they're coming from my soul or if they're just my ego, making stuff up. Okay, and so that's where this step is really important. When you do this, when you ask the universe to reveal your soul dreams to you, what you're essentially doing is you are saying to the universe, I don't know what my soul dreams are right now, or I may not know all of them, so I'm willing to let go of what I think my dreams are in order to welcome what my soul really dreams and desires, okay? So notice what we're doing here, and notice how this is so different from the way that we're taught how to manifest our dreams, okay? How we're usually taught to manifest our dreams is like this. You come up with a dream and then you start to emanate energy and you start to make it happen and you start to go out there and get it done, okay? What you see this scenario, in this scenario, it's very egocentric. The dream starts with me and then I go out and make it happen in the world, okay? So it's me-centered. It goes from me out into the universe. What I'm asking you to do is completely reverse that order, okay? What I'm asking you to do is, instead of saying, I have a dream and I'm going to make it happen, you're going to say, I release what I think my dreams are, and I welcome what the universe brings. I welcome what my soul dreams are. So in this case, the manifestation isn't starting from you, it's starting from the universe. You are asking the universe to reveal your soul dreams to you. It's starting from the universe instead of from me out, okay? This is incredibly powerful because when you do this, what you're essentially doing is you're taking the ego out of the control seat. You're saying to the ego, thank you so much for trying to manifest my dreams, but I don't know if these are genuine soul dreams. So I'm going to let them all go and I'm going to let the universe reveal what my soul dreams are. I'm going to ask my soul to reveal what my soul dreams are. Now, in order to do this, you do have to be in a very trusting and surrendered state, okay? You have to be completely open to say, I have no idea if the dreams that I have right now are genuinely soul dreams, but I'm willing to let them go and to be shown something new, to be shown something that's authentically my soul dream so that I may manifest that. What you're essentially doing here in step number 2 is, instead of saying, I want this from life, you're switching up those words. So you're switching from I want this to what does life want from me? Okay, you see the difference? Instead of saying, I want this and that and the other from life, no, you're not doing that anymore. Now you're saying, what does life want from me? And this is crucial, and I can't overemphasize this step because this is really genuinely the only way that you're going to initially be able to understand the difference between ego dreams and soul dreams. You're not going to be able to discern whether one of your dreams is an ego dream or a soul dream until you're willing to let go of what you think your dreams are. Step number 3 is follow through with action. Okay, so in this step, you are now prepared to take action based on the clues that you've been given from the universe and from your soul, right? Remember, step 2, I'm letting go of my dreams or what I think are my dreams. I'm letting them go and I'm letting the universe show me what my soul dreams are. But then once I do that, there comes a point where the universe starts sending signals and I have to follow through with action. Okay? You'd be surprised at the amount of times that people say to me, I really want to do this. I really want to know what my mission is. I really want to know what my dreams are. And I say to them, okay, well, but are you taking any action on anything? And they're like, no, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. You see, and so people get a little bit paralyzed sometimes when it comes to moving from receiving to taking action. You can't be in receptive mode all the time. You can't say to the universe, show me, please show me, please show me, please show me. And then you spend your whole life saying that. You're not going to get anything done. So at some point you have to move from receptive mode, which is step number 2, that you ask the universe to show you your dreams, your soul dreams. And then you have to become action oriented once you start receiving signs. So, for example, let's use the example of that lawyer who really loves to paint. Let's say he's driving down the road after work and he starts to see some billboards about painting classes. I'm just making this up, but this is just to show you that those billboards about painting classes, those are synchronicities that the universe is already sending to this person to show them what their soul dreams are. So if that guy just kept driving and looked over at the billboards and said, whatever, I'm a lawyer, I can't entertain all this painting stuff, and he just kept going on his merry way being a lawyer, then he wouldn't be doing anything with all the clues that are coming his way, okay? So in step 3, you must follow through with action depending on what the universe is sending you. And sometimes the signals that the universe sends you, it's not going to be these really big, bombastic kind of signs. Sometimes they're really small and really subtle signs, but you have to follow through on them one step at a time. That's how you fulfill your soul dreams. One step at a time, every day, day in and day out. That's how you get there. So that's step number 3. Follow through with action when you start to receive guidance from the universe on what your soul dreams are or what they're starting to shape into. Step number 4 is the easiest step of the whole formula, and that's just simply rinse and repeat. Okay, so in this step, you're basically going to do the first 3 steps over and over and over again, day in and day out. Now, in order to be able to rinse and repeat, in order to be able to follow this formula that I'm sharing with you, there are 3 things that are necessary. One of them is patience, the other one is consistency, and the other one is openness, okay? So while you're doing this rinse and repeat, while you go through these steps day in and day out, these 3 characteristics are crucial for you. Patience. Why patience? Because a lot of times your soul starts revealing your soul dreams to you little bits at a time. You don't see the whole picture sometimes until later on. And so you have to be able to follow the little breadcrumbs that your soul sets out, okay? And so the patience means that, you don't let the ego take over. You learn to train the ego to be an instrument of the soul, not to be the commander, because the ego really wants to take over all the time. And if you remember the story that I shared with you early in this video where I said that in my own path, when I initially knew I was a healer, my ego took over and it wanted me to do this and do healing sessions with people, and that's what I was going to be doing, and it wanted me to poo-poo on my YouTube channel, basically. And you can see that when my ego took over, I just completely was tearing me apart. Okay, so the patience that's required here is that you listen, you understand what your ego is what your soul is trying to say to you. You follow through on that, but you do that with a lot of patience, knowing that sometimes your soul dreams will take a bit to materialize, and that's okay because you're having fun on the journey. You're being patient, walking towards your soul dreams one day at a time. Consistency is also important, because if you follow this 4-step formula and you just follow it for a day and then you're like, oh my God, I don't see anything, Christina's crazy, this doesn't work for me, you're not being consistent. You're giving up way too early. This is a long process. This is a process that can last your whole lifetime, basically, because our soul dreams are always being revealed to us nice and slowly, okay? So you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent in learning to not let your ego take over the manifestation process, learning that your ego is a tool that's used in manifestation. You have to be consistent in listening to the universe's signals and surrendering. So this consistency is required day in and day out as you're manifesting your soul dreams. And then openness. Openness is a really important characteristic to have, because What I mean by openness is that you are willing to let go of what you think your dreams are in order to make room for your real soul dreams. And the openness required means that you are so surrendered to let all of this go that your life, your dreams may turn out completely different from what you thought your dreams were or what you thought your life was supposed to turn out like, okay? And that's where this openness comes in. Be open for life and for your soul dreams to manifest and to take you in a completely different direction from what you originally thought your dreams were, okay? So hence that openness. I never in a million years thought I'd be here week in and week out doing these videos for you, but that's part of my soul path. It's part of my soul dream. So my life has taken this completely different twist than what I thought it was going to be like when I first had my spiritual awakening, okay? And it's so exciting and it's wonderful and I feel so grateful to be surprised. So that's where what you can do too. Learn to be happy with the universe bringing you surprises all the time and be okay with the fact that you may end up in a completely different place than you thought you were going to end up. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below what your top dreams are for life. Let me know. And if you have a question that you'd like to submit for my weekly videos, leave them in the comments also with the hashtag AskChristina. Click here to subscribe or head over to my website to take my heart quiz and see if your heart is blocked. And don't forget to watch this video that I recommended at the beginning of the video with that top spiritual practice to help you let go of the old and welcome the new. I love you, beautiful soul. I am out.